This is the 2016 Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game World Championship. We are in the finals. This last match is for all the marbles and the Millennium Puzzle imbued trophies. Bumbled over that last word of it.
Trophies, marbles, everything.
Yep.
You are the owner of the world at this point.
My problem right now is I'm a bit too psyched up for this match. Blue Eyes versus Blue Eyes.
Yeah, this is the ultimate match. This nobody could have predicted that both players in this final match would have been playing Blue Eyes decks.
Whoever wins, Kaiba wins.
Yeah.
Which is nice for a change. It's nice for
Kaiba to win
every once in a while.
Yeah. So let's see how these guys start out here. So it all comes down to who's going first at this point. We don't know who's going first yet, but these hands are loading in here. I think if Erik Christensen can, come out with this Galaxy Soldier tech in the first turn, that would be fantastic for him. It would be able to stop a lot of Shunsuke's plays.
All right,
There's
and
a
you
picture
can
of
see
the crowd
that there
there.
is a huge crowd there on hand. I don't know that if you could hear it over the mics, but they were going nuts when
Yeah.
Erik Christensen was introduced.
Yeah.
And they are ready for some Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I wonder where Kaiba's at. He's probably watching from his personal jet somewhere.
Erik Christensen starts with Sage with Eyes of Blue, which is met by an effect failure from
Yeah.
Shunsuke.
Wow, that's a
It's
like,
pretty brutal because that was about
brutal
the
start.
only playable card he had. He needed
Erik
that
passes?
to go off to get cards of consonants out of his
okay.
hand.
Shunsuke's hand here. He's got a lot to do. He has so much to do. He has the Blue Eyes alternative White Dragon. He can easily get the Blue Eyes Dragon with Melody. He can start searching with the White Stone of Legend that he's just discarded with the cards of consonants here. So that's probably going to go, well, it's definitely going to go get him the Blue Eyes White Dragon that he needs for that alternative White Dragon.
That's basically another perfect hand for Shunsuke.
Yeah.
He even had the Veiler to stop his opponent's turn 1 Sage.
Yeah, absolutely. Can he just put... No, he can't. Okay. I'm just thinking, can he just, like, outright win here? He
Well,
needs to draw some... I don't know. Okay, that's
he
all.
needs some kind of recursion.
Yeah, no, he's drawn all the cards from cards of constants now. That's it.
That's really the one thing he doesn't have is a way to get monsters back from the graveyard.
Yeah,
here.
so he's going to be able to at least put one Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, possibly some synchro play. And the big thing here that I'm seeing in Shunsuke's hand is the Phoenix Wind Wing Blast.
Yep.
He's got that as well to interrupt any more of Erik Christensen's plays.
Yeah, Twin Twisters is not useful in this matchup, but Phoenix Wing Wind Blast can just discard it.
Tax over with the Blue Eyes alternative. Blue Eyes alternative White Dragon.
That'll do a total of 3,000 plus a little bit more for the stone.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think a stone's only 100 or something.
That's a little bit more than that. Those
600. Oh, okay. So, total of 3,500, 3,600, sorry.
Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon hits the field, sets the Phoenix Wind Blast, and during the end phase, he's going to summon out another Blue Eyes.
Yeah, so Shunsuke straight out the gates, really commanding position here.
Christensen really needs to get his hand cycling. He really needs a Dragon tuner right now.
Yeah, so Erik actually has a stronger hand than Shunsuke, but nothing to kind of complete that strength in that hand.
The effect Veiler kind of ruined it for him.
Yeah, let's say if that Sage went through and he went and got White Stone of Legend, this hand would be crazy right now because he'd be able to just start summoning back all those dragons. I said Ancient, sorry. Yeah.
All right,
So.
looks like that's it, and Erik's up, and he comes
Draws
up with
the
a second card of consonants. What are the odds? That's both
That's
copies of cards
tough.
of consonants.
Yeah. He's not going to be able to go anywhere with this hand right now. Maybe he's going to set a bluff. I think if Shunsuke actually Wing
All he
Blasts
has to
this,
do is
then
Wing Blast it for game.
yeah, and that's game over. Wow, what a swift first game here with these two guys in this World Championship final.
All right, Shunsuke goes ahead and plays Melody of Awakening Dragon now.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to summon a Blue Eyes alternative and then attack with all of his monsters. That's more than 8,000.
Goes ahead and plays the alternative, switches to attack position, and just attacks with everything, and that's a quick game 1. Go first again. We'll see if he can push this to game 3.
Even more sportsmanship there in that World Championship Finals. That's fantastic to see. Is that Master or is that an effect that I couldn't quite see from Shunsuke? Okay, Erik opens an anti-spell fragrance. That's interesting.
Think he can play all of his own cards?
His hand just looks like 3 spell cards and 2 anti-spell fragrances.
No monsters.
No. But one of those spell cards is an Upstart Goblin.
Yeah,
so.
you can trade it for something. And he's going to need to.
He's got Soul Charge, Upstart Goblin,
2
double
anti-spell
anti-spell fragrance, and a Return of the Dragon Lords.
Could
Wow,
really
that's not a great hand.
That is not what you want to see when you are facing
I don't even know
elimination.
what that card needs to be.
Comes up with Dragon Spirit of White.
Yeah.
Also not useful.
Yeah, at the very least he can set his Soul Charge so that next turn he can play it if that anti-spell fragrance does end up getting flipped over. But Shunsuke's hand isn't necessarily much better.
Especially not with the...
He sets 4.
That's 4, everything but the dragon.
Yeah. So, going over to Shunsuke's hand here. Also, yeah, Cards of Consonance not live here because Master is not a dragon. As well as the
Cycle Reader could be very useful. Christensen, in theory, would get an advantage from getting his spell cards first, but having the Cycle Reader will stop any sort of revival should it happen.
Yeah.
And he picks up the White Stone of Ancients.
Yeah.
Is that the White Stone of Ancients?
It definitely looked like a white stone. Yeah, it's a white stone of ancient. It just very swiftly appeared in our hand here.
Did not have Cards of Consonance, correct? That wasn't his...
No, that was Shunsuke's.
That's Shunsuke's. This is actually our first mirror match of
Yeah,
the
it
tournament, so I'm still getting a little used to seeing all the
Yeah.
same cards on both sides.
Yeah, well, Shunsuke here
He picked up
the Sage.
He picked up Sage with Eyes of Blue.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that's as good as having the white stone of ancient straight away.
Well, he does have the Cards of Consonance.
Yeah, of course he does have that. And that is going to be set because of the anti-spell fragrance. So he's going to be able to go somewhere with this hand right now. All depends on this draw from Shunsuke. He could really start powering up his board here.
Very carefully, making sure everything is in its proper order.
Yep.
This is not a Blue Eyes. This is not what you think of when you think Blue Eyes.
No, there's not a lot of powerful monsters being played at the start here.
Face down, spell and trap cards. It's
Yeah.
kind of the opposite of Blue Eyes.
Yeah, so Shunsuke here draws into a Blue Eyes White Dragon, so he's going to have to flip. Did he have a trade? Yeah, he drew the trade in.
He picked up 2 spells, Forbidden Chalice and Trade In.
Yeah, so he's going to have to set those. And then here's where the big Blue Eyes starts appearing. So he's going to use that Dragon Spirit of White. Probably going to take out one of the face downs. Not
Yep.
going to choose to get rid of that anti-spell fragrance at this point because he's already set all his spell cards.
He just needs to make sure the Christensen can't do anything with his own spell cards.
Yeah.
Christensen could really use a Sage right now.
Yeah, I could.
Having the Sage to be able to send your own stone to the graveyard might be pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Erik has a lot of catching up to do here. Shunsuke is just having that Dragon Spirit of White is making him so far ahead because he can then put that in the banish pile straight away and summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon from his hand, and that's kind of, as far as a simplified game state's concerned, having a 3,000 attack monster on the field, not anything to shake a stick at.
And picks up Cards of Consonance yet again. That card is following him around like a bad penny.
Yeah. Asking which 2 was set during this turn.
He was asking, did he last turn.
Oh, hi. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Confirm that.
That's one card face down, flips the white stone of ancients.
Okay.
Runs it into blue eyes.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess he's doing that to try and get blue eyes.
19. Yes.
Yeah, he's trying to get something on the board.
Yeah.
'Cause, white stone isn't gonna cut it.
Yeah, I think he has to do that so that he at least somewhat has. Yeah. That he has got that cycle reader. That's gonna take that right out.
Yeah, this turn Shunsuke is gonna be able to discard blue eyes to trade in, draw 2 more cards, flip
Yeah.
a return, and he may in fact be the first 2-time back-to-back
Yeah,
world
this
champion.
he's looking like he's got some power plays here now. He's got all these set cards, anti-spell fragrance, stopping Erik in that last turn from playing that Cards of Continents.
Couldn't play it anyways because he'd set the stone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just one thing after another. So now this trade-in's live. He's gonna go looking for some dragons. Not gonna be able to play that because of anti-spell fragrance. Now he has emptiness.
More spells.
I think I saw emptiness.
Yeah, he picked
That-
up.
that could
the second
be-
card.
That could be so important. Is that a Veiler as well? No, not a Veiler. It was Master.
I think Christensen. Oh, he's got Dragon Spirit of white.
Yeah, he's got a Dragon Spirit of White. So it just depends what Shunsuke decides to go for here. I don't think he's got enough to be able to put game on the board, but
Summons Master lets him pick
Yeah.
up his stone again.
yeah, don't think he's got any really great way of using that right now. But he's going to make a Synchro Monster. He's
Think
going
of
to go
summons
with
Spirit Dragon.
Spirit
in attack
Dragon.
Position. He's got the set return.
Oh, so he does. He does have enough.
Yeah,
I
he's
forgot about,
he's
forgot
got
about the
2
return.
returns.
So this is it. Erik Christensen here, just unfortunately unable to keep up with the pace of Shunsuke Hiyama here. There's a second Spirit Dragon. Another return of the Dragon Lords. Take out more set cards, and this is it. Shunsuke Hiyama is going to be a 2-time world champion.
Well, that's
Wow.
not at all what I was expecting to see right now.
Well, that was the power of the Blue Eyes deck.
That is the fastest final match, I think, in any championship level tournament.
Let's see. Is this going to be a 2-0 to Ryosuke, Tsujimura, or will Shen, Milton bring this back? Well, he's going with a normal summon this turn.
He starts with the Overraptor.
Tsujimura just immediately allows this. Do you think that implies that he doesn't have the hand trap and he's like, yeah, just go ahead because he's already considered that this is fine? Or do you think he would just do that to be quick on the draw so his opponent doesn't suspect he has it?
All right, notice that he's stopping him here on Miscellaneousaurus before eventually eventing out. Go ahead. And the way he's shaking his head there, that's the first body language sign that I've seen that maybe he doesn't have much in the way of control of this game.
Yeah, he would have used one of his traps there, right? One of his hand traps if he had it.
Denlong also fine.
There's 9 pillars.
And now he's going to change its level. Sends Chia into the graveyard.
Go all the way down to level 1.
Let's see how much of a follow-up he's got here. And it's just a set card and go. So Denlong 9 pillars. That's about the worst case scenario in which your hand doesn't do completely nothing. But still not the worst in the world.
I think Tsujimura's turn can be very strong here if he gets... I Actually, this is going to be difficult, right? Because the Danlong, when it gets destroyed, he can then search for Bian and get back the Chuin, right?
He can indeed.
And then makes Herald, and then he has 2 negates essentially that Tsujimura has to play through.
And one's indestructible by battle. That's the scariest thing. Like when you make Denlon 9 pillars, that's still 2 negations.
That makes your opponent's 6-card hand really a 4-card hand.
Oh, and uh-oh, here we go. It's Lost World. Lost World reduces the attack points of non-dinosaur monsters by 500, but that's not why he's playing it.
And he doesn't chain the 9 pillars
That's interesting.
to the Cosmic Cyclone.
Well, he's still got a 2600 wall there. Actually, 2100 wall, because it does lose 500 from Lost World.
If Tsujimura didn't open many hand traps, he's probably got a lot of ways to combo off here.
Yeah.
And how many cards in your hand? Okay.
He's thinking hard on what to do here next. 2100, he can put a Jura Egg token on Milton's field if he summons a dinosaur. He activates True King Lithosagian, the disaster. What has he got? How many babies?
He's thinking about this for quite a while, so...
Yeah, it can't, well, it's not 2. It's Petite Pteranodon and Miscellaneousaurus. So 1 baby dinosaur, which means he gets to special summon a level 4 or higher monster from the deck.
Skullmeister.
Oh, or rather he does not. That is why Skullmeister is so darn good.
Skullmeister on the Baby Dragon is better than Skullmeister on the Miscellaneousaurus a little bit later.
Yeah, that's a little interesting to me, but I think it's because it's the level 4 or higher monster, and he's worried that something really nasty might make it out of the deck. Petite Pteranodon is a very interesting card, because it could get him to his own Soul-Eating Oviraptor.
And then he'd be able to start pushing out massive combos.
Right, so if you have the Lost World and Soul-Eating Oviraptor, and you can go after the token with its ability, since it can destroy any dinosaur that's level 4 or lower on the field.
Yeah, and you can go destroy something in your deck as well, right?
Right. That effectively gets you to more baby dinosaurs. It looked like he sends Petite Pteranodon to the graveyard with his own Oviraptor. Did he send that to the graveyard?
He's hovering something.
Yeah, he must have. I don't believe he's used its effect yet. So sends it to the graveyard and then banishes 2 dinosaurs. Did he add it to his hand?
Yeah, he added the Conductor Tyranno to his hand.
Okay. How'd the other Petite Pteranodon get to the graveyard?
Can Petite Pteranodon add cards to your hand at all? Just special summons, right?
Just special summons.
No, there's only 1 in there. Oh no, he does have the 2 in there.
Yeah, there's 2. He's destroyed 1 Lithosagian. I wonder where the second one came from.
It's a good question. That might be what the judges are questioning right now, and Tsujimura is...
Did he send 1 to the graveyard
And then...
and add 1 to his hand?
It looks like that's what's happened.
Oh my goodness.
It's correctable though, right? This as an error?
As long as no additional information was gained. It should be.
Yeah, he revealed the card he added to his hand, and he revealed the card that he sent to the graveyard. Wait, have we missed something else? Because
Yes, the Overraptor can't attack. Overraptor can't
Oh,
attack.
that was what it was.
Pteranodon.
so how did the mysterious Pteranodon get to the graveyard?
Maybe he was thinking. Maybe he already had the Conductor Tyrant. He was just thinking of summoning it in main phase 2.
Right. Okay.
He's still thinking here.
Yeah, I guess he's deciding whether or not he wants to commit to an attack.
Well, he's also got a synchro play open because he has Jurak ALO on the field. He's already attacked the token. So we've got to be in main phase 2 here. Yeah, he was just looking through his extra deck. So this must be contemplating of his own extra deck. And it looks like they're clarifying right now what exactly happened here. It's a little hard to see from our vantage point whether he had... He must have attacked with the Jurak,
Yep.
and then protected the token, sending it to the graveyard.
And the judges are discussing something. Not entirely sure what. That's one of the disadvantages to not being able to hear the table dialogue to figure out what's actually going on.
Yeah, it's got to be Lost World.
The card complicating the situation?
Yes, this is why I said at the beginning that it's a nightmare hole that you don't want to go down. Normal monster field will be destroyed by battle or card effect. You can destroy that many dinosaur-type monsters in your hand deck instead.
Well, things are looking pretty good for Tsujimura because he's got so many options available to what he wants to consolidate his resources into.
I'm thinking that we might have just missed the attack by the Jurak. And yes, we're getting confirmation that the second one is from Lost World.
Right, okay. Okay, so Ryo is back in the tank thinking about his play,
Right.
from the looks of it.
It's in main phase 2 now. And now he destroys Baby Sarasaurus with Overraptor. And special summons it back while activating its effect. And he summons another miscellaneous Saurus.
Here's a synchro for 5.
Makes his own Denlong. And I feel like this is going to go very poorly for Milton.
Yeah, Milton not really having the strongest of starts, even though he had the opening and his opponent had none of the counters. He was not able to capitalize on the window given to him.
I was going to shift the level down. And he goes for 3. That's because you got to play with 2, 3, and 4.
Miscellaneous Saurus? Ah,
No,
Ultimate
that's the
Conductor.
Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Activates its effect and destroys Baby Ceratosaurus, turning the other monster face down. Summons another Baby Ceratosaurus. And now he has his 2, 3, and 4 play.
And that's a back-breaking Trishula as well. That's going to be taking out a card from Milton's hand, graveyard, and field.
Absolutely devastating.
Trishula was always good back in the day, and it still is.
And the worst part for Milton is that he also has the other level 9 on the field.
So he can then take out another card from Milton's hand.
He can do that or Calamity up. Last time he went with Calamities. Perhaps he will change his mind this time.
Oh, interesting. He's actually get rid of the Overraptor instead of the Chewin in the graveyard. I guess he's just really not worried about that at this point.
Yeah, no, he needs to get rid of the dinosaurs.
To reduce the possibility his opponent has a Tyranno.
Right, because there are, yeah, that's basically it, is to stop Tyranno. And also note that he doesn't get the Denlong effect because it only activates if Denlong is face up when it leaves the field.
Right, okay. Which is why he uses Tyranno to flip the face down.
Right.
That's a real setup there. Even going second, wow.
This is just wildly unpleasant for Milton.
He's down so low on cards, 3-card hand. I mean, he's still got places he can go with that, right?
Yep, but he's got to somehow do it in the face of True King of All Calamities and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So remember, he's got that Yang Zing on the field still. He can just destroy it to flip everything down, assuming he can get past Calamities. And he immediately activates it.
Does the attribute matter at all? For what he calls?
It does. It depends specifically for the True Kings. For example, if he puts... Basically, it's what? Monsters in possession with that named attribute can't attack, right?
Or activate effects.
Can't attack or activate effects. So if he called, say, Earth, then Lithosagium couldn't activate because it's still in his possession in the hand.
Right.
So you would pick something that... Yeah, you'd probably pick Earth or Fire.
Tsujimura in the tank again. Milton just setting a spell trap or and a monster. Fossil dig. Milton visually deflated by that.
Yeah, that's just rough.
Overraptor number 2.
I mean, this isn't as rough as the Duel Links final.
Yeah, that was really bad for Tsutpup, but
that was really unfortunate. But this is pretty close.
Yep. There's the other Overraptor.
Sums it over there in the corner. Activates the Lost Worlds effect to give him another Juraic token. And at the same time, he's also going to use Overraptor's effect. And it does appear we've gotten confirmation that fire was the attribute called there. So he's trying to overcome Miscellaneousaurus and Agonizid. Banishes 2 for Miscellaneousaurus. He's going to go get another baby.
Babysaurus number 3.
And now he's thinking, how do I get through all of these life points in one turn? I'm not sure he quite has it.
I think he can secure this game down over 2 turns. Something would have to go really horribly wrong for him to not be able to do this. Even if he can't quite get it now.
It's a second Overraptor. He's got no Link monster, so he's out of extra deck summons here. He's got pillars with the Yang Zing still, so that's helpful.
So Milton has 1 card in hand, 2 cards on the field, and a pillars to take out any card that would threaten him.
And he summons yet another Soul-Eating Overraptor.
You said it was a pretty important card.
It's extremely important, yes.
And now there are 3 of them. He's got his whole little pack with him.
Can you see how important it is?
Yeah, you know, I think I needed to see it like 3 times just for it to sink in.
That's what they say. You've got to repeat it 3 times, and in this case, he's got to summon it 3 times. Goes for 1,000 there, another 1,000 there.
There's a handshake.
And everything else attacks.
And that's it.
Milton is done for.
Ryosuke Tsujimura, the world champion 2017. The first new world champion in more than 2 years.
I've lost track. I've lost track.
Red is Bohdan.
Yeah, red is Altergeist, red is Temnyk, red is Australia. We have blue on the other side, Ching from Taiwan, piloting Trickstar. The Blue Angel is indeed blue, my friend. Ghost Girl is representing red.
Oh, Thunder King.
Thunder King, right up down.
Thunder King set pass is pretty good unless he's got Inspector Border.
Right. I remember
That's
the first thing I thought
That's a good
of.
reason to have Inspector Border.
Cyber Dragon.
Dragon.
Oh, he's going to eat it.
Cyber Dragon eats, or rather, Thunder King eats Cyber Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an explosive start to this 3rd game.
Yeah, especially with only a single... after sighting, he has 2 copies of Cyber Dragon in his deck.
Indeed.
So 2 copies is fine, matches up against Thunder King Route, 2 copies, you're going second, you're more likely to draw because you have 6
this is the
cards.
first time we are seeing Ching like visibly upset about this situation.
I think he might have forgotten Thunder King's other effects.
Still, do you change your play? I don't think so.
Whoa, but I don't know. Why? What?
So he attributed Thunder King to negate the special summon.
Of Cyber Dragon, yeah.
And I think Ching
The
might have
inherent
forgotten
summon.
that it had that ability.
But even if you know that, do you change the play? I think getting rid of Thunder King is...
Might have had Book of Moon. That might have been it. I don't know what else he would have...
Oh, Book,
That's
yeah.
probably
If he has Book, then...
That would be
Wow.
a definite case of just forgetting.
Yeah, and every other card there, right? Like, if he has Inspector Board too, just normal summons Inspector Board or attacks. There's no other thing that would make him really think that hard or wince like that, right?
Yeah.
I guess Infinite Impermanence, but Infinite Impermanence... It could be Infinite Impermanence.
Infinite would work.
Yeah,
that might be it, actually.
Yeah. there's a few different reasons that Ching would have been visibly upset
Yeah,
there.
this is the first time I've seen him make that face either.
Yeah, it's got to be big. It has to be big.
Yep, went from a cool cucumber is what I tried to say. A cool
Cool
cucumber to a hot tamale in 2 seconds.
Yeah. And Bohdan was fairly happy with the outcome. He's been able to get a Muleseek down, straight out into Linkaribo.
Yeah, and he searches Marionetter,
Yep.
which means he already has multi-figure, most likely, right?
Most likely.
Unless he just doesn't have a trap card and he needs the multi-figure to get there. I mean,
If he
Look
doesn't
at
have a
Ching's
trap,
fist.
that's sure
Look at-
ride.
Look at
Yeah.
Ching's fist right now. He is tense.
yeah, this is a big this is a big aspect of anything competitive, though, whether you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Sports, anything, is making sure you don't tilt.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely
You
correct.
just accept the game state, move on. You're not going to gain anything by sitting there grinding
No,
over
thinking
it.
about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, one specific mistake that people make quite a bit after they make a mistake in a game is they play to try to correct the mistake, not to win the game.
Yes.
Right, yeah, they don't... Yes, exactly. When you take a line that isn't ideal and you realize halfway through, man, this isn't the best line, it's still mostly better to commit to those lines
Yes.
than just try to switch like your path halfway.
Right.
Ching is really, yeah, the cucumber has certainly changed here. Whew.
Another face down for Bohdan. 3 monsters in hand, it looks like.
Okay. He's got to take a breath.
Yep, now he
what he
looks like he's
plays.
back in it.
So he's
Even
trying to
just the
keep
ways-
track of which one is which in his hand right now, and the card he just drew is still at the top. Now it's not anymore. I just want to see which card he plays so we can maybe get a read at what he had the turn before.
Yeah.
He's thinking long and hard about this
Yeah,
one.
he's considering between the card he just drew and another card in his hand.
A light stage would be really
I
nice.
think this is the card he just drew. It looks like it's going to be
Erik
Lycoris.
slowly places Trickstar and Lycoris onto the field. Goes to battle phase, and he's going to draw out the Linkaribo effect. At least try to. Linkaribo tributes. Her effect, or rather her attack points are down to 0.
Goes to end his turn.
On the draw,
Lycoris damage?
100.
Oh, this just went from like 100 to 0 right away with the back to grind game.
I don't know. I think it's pretty
Yeah,
firmly.
Book, right? He would set it.
Yeah.
I don't think
really
it's
don't
book.
know what it could have been.
What could it have been?
For a second, I thought like maybe. I don't know.
If he has
I thought
Inspector
it was, like,
Border, he just
Duality
plays
could have
it?
been Like, oh, I special summoned the Cyber. No, because it's still Thunder King is still going to stop Duality. I really don't know. He doesn't even play Duality, but I really can't think of a card.
No.
I guess even in permanence here, you set right.
Yeah.
Altergeist Marionetter that was searched off of Melseek
Oh,
next.
what if it was mind control? Ah. What if he had mind control plus like a Lycoris, right?
Yeah.
Then he is able to mind control the Thunder King round, normal summon Lycoris, link it away.
This is one of those things that you need, that you want Clara and Rushka for.
Yeah. That is the only one I can think that would work or cause him to have that reaction.
All right, so it gets hit by Effect Veiler,
Yeah.
and he puts it in the graveyard. I do believe I missed something right there.
Yeah. I don't quite understand why it's now in the graveyard.
Oh,
Just using the effects.
I think he might have gone Ghost Ogre Effect
Is he
Veiler
going to call Inspector Border?
in response.
Yeah, and I think he has it in his deck.
What is he asking for, though?
Inspector Border. Oh, Cyber Dragon.
Oh, Cyber Dragon.
Oh!
That seems smart.
That's incredibly smart.
He knows he's got Cyber Dragon because he's seen it.
Yeah.
Wow. That is so heads up by Temnyk.
Because he knows he would have summoned Cyber Dragon last turn if he had the other copy.
Yes.
So he can account for that second copy of Cyber Dragon in his deck.
This is what
Wow.
it takes to become the world
Well,
champion.
it's interesting because he only mained one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
if
has
he
the
knew
other
that and
side
didn't
deck.
know that it was a side decked one as well,
True.
then that could have backfired horribly.
Yeah. This is the statement of the match. This is what it takes to become the world champion.
And I did hear Bohdan was trying to tell him, well, it doesn't matter where you put it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just
Yeah, he's
summoning it.
special
But it
summoning.
100% does matter because of Lycoris.
Yeah.
Because you get damage if you put it in their hand.
Is it anytime they add a card from anywhere or specifically their deck?
Yeah, anywhere. This is this is currently being checked by the judges. I just had someone in my ear telling me that that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's every time a card is added to your opponent's hand.
Yeah. Yep. So Bohdan very happily said, "Yep, I'll take the 200." Wow. I just my mind is blown. He just Lullaby of Obedience for a Cyber Dragon.
Now we're advancing it a little further. We're getting closer to 2004 here with CRV.
Temnyk was a little confused there because he saw a card that was dropped on top of his hand that wasn't his, and he had forgotten. And
it was going to be in a different sleeve.
Yeah.
Come on, that's something you got to remember, right?
You just played Lullaby of Obedience.
I think that the nerves are getting... He realizes how close he is to becoming world champion, so he's just being as careful as possible.
All right, here we go. Takes a look at his extra deck.
Might mean that he has access to Candina, right? Or Eater Millions, that could be another one. I was thinking about maybe he has Candina into Lilybell.
Oh! This is my Cyber Dragon! This is my Cyber Dragon. I want it back right now.
I think that's what the card he had on the first turn that made him really reconsider everything.
Yep, exactly.
Because he could have taken the Thunder King Rhino and that was it.
He heavy Storm Duster's mind control.
Okay, I'm guessing this is for the multi-faker trigger.
Yeah, so that he can probably put up a Silquidus, right? And just disrupt whatever his opponent has because he only is likely to have a normal summon. So he wants to get the Cyber Dragon back to his hand, so he's going to Silquidus back whatever he normal summons.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what it is?
If the normal summon is Lilybell, though, or sorry, is
Candina,
though,
yeah,
then he has
you're
two
right.
summons.
Maybe that's also just the only, because his opponent hasn't been setting spell or traps, right? That could just be the only time he feels like he could actually activate the one trap he has to get the Silquidus.
Yeah, that's a good play. The Ghost Ogre right there is going to stop Silquidus unless Bohdan's got Altergeist Protocol or Manifestation.
No, I think he's just going to get Melisig and put himself on the back burner a little bit. But
Now, what is this? I can't see what it is.
it's Melisig.
It is
Melisig.
Okay.
Interesting. This is a fantastic game.
Yeah. This is world caliber stuff right here. This is what I said. Neither of these guys are ready for this matchup, but they are just showing their absolute skill to play this game. Guys, we just saw someone Lullaby of Obedience Cyber Dragon.
Yep. And then have it mind control back.
Yes.
It's been a real what year is this moment for a while now.
Yeah.
I remember a long time ago when those cards all first came out.
Yeah. Kaiba would be proud of some of these cards being played right now. He really would.
Lullaby of Obedience is such a weird card. That was definitely on the list of stuff that, we should make this sometime. But it's kind of complicated. Oh, but it's so cool.
There's a lot of formats where I feel like Lullaby can just be a blowout. Like we saw it in Zodiac, right? Stealing a Zodiac monster. Here it's great. You can grab their Altergeist monster. There's just so many ways. You can even grab Ray with it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that seems huge. It just seems like there's so many applications like that for that card.
Yeah. It's just amazing in the mirror, in any kind of, well, not even the mirror match, just a match where something is useful.
So Nightmare Cerberus would be pretty good right now to put that Melisig away.
It all depends on this back row from Bohdan.
I do wonder, though. He flips it.
He's thinking really hard. These next couple decisions are going to define this entire game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if Chin has, because
Mind
Oh
Crush.
my goodness.
He's going to guess. And it's a guess.
Yeah. Ching is clapping. He is applauding his opponent right now.
Trickstar Lycaris. He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it.
Oh my God.
There's no Trickstar
2 for 1
Lycaris.
on the. Oh my God.
So he's going to discard. That's it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we did not see his hand. He did not play in view of the camera.
No, but we can tell from what just happened. Bohdan discarded a card.
He banishes the Cyber
Eater of
Dragon.
Millions.
Eater of Millions. That's
Oh
his
my
other
God.
monster.
And he's going to get rid of the Melisig.
In the safest way he knows to banish it face down.
Oh, man.
I've not seen a better duel than this one in so long.
What a game
That
for the
was the
World
biggest gamble by
Championships.
Temnyk.
Now, the interesting thing is he can banish more than 5 cards. Not a lot of people know this, but it's at least 5 cards.
Oh, he just whole pile.
Yeah, send them all away.
As if he just heard.
Eater of Millions is hungry for this game.
15 and 16. It looks like he just took his entire extra deck there and tossed it.
Yep.
Very,
I think
very
there's still a little bit left,
Seemed like
right?
tokens. I think it was they were tokens.
Oh.
Unsure. It's a lot. He banished a lot of cards.
Oh, yeah, they're
There's
tokens.
nothing left. Only tokens. So it's on 1600. Plus then the one monster, 1700.
And Bohdan's looking for Marionetta.
Yeah, Bohdan
Got
just
no
said-
cards in hand, does he?
No, he
I
has
don't see
nothing. He just mind crushed away the last card.
That's right, he lost it.
It was just Silquidus, though, which wouldn't have helped him out that much. Oh, we see him rubbing. Didn't even slow roll it straight to his hand. Nope, it's just a set card. But I think by that reaction, it might have been a manifestation. I don't know if he's overplaying it. You know what I mean? Oh, we're in time.
We're in time.
Last turn of the duel. He can't deal any damage.
Oh, my goodness.
He can't deal any
Wang
damage.
Chia, the world champion from Taiwan.
Unbelievable.
What a game! What a game! My co-commentators are stunned.
I can't.
What a fantastic game we just saw. Lulled by obedience for Cyber Dragon, give me it back, mind control.
That's that 2000. The 2000 killed him. That was literally the difference in the game. 2,000 life points in time.
You can just see Ching soaking it in, too. He can't even believe that game because of how just bad it went.